Hey folks, Paul here. Today I'm smoking the Red Meat Lovers. This is the beef stick. A little information on this one. It's from Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust. It's a Steve Saka cigar. Wrappers Connecticut broadleaf. The binder is San Andreas. The filler is Nicaraguan and from the U.S. It's my second cigar today, so hopefully I didn't mess up my taste buds too much. This one was released in November of 2022. It's got a nice, real dark, oily wrapper. It's got a flat cap, which I haven't had one of these in a while. I haven't had flat caps in a while. This is my first Red Meat Lovers. I hear a lot of good things about it, so I'm looking forward to trying it. It's got a flat cap. I'm going to try to V-cut it, see what happens. Nope, I'm going to have to straight cut it. Maybe. Yep. I'll be right back. I'm going to find my straight cutter and cut it across with a guillotine. Hang on. All right, I'm back. Got my straight cutter now. Man, no. That is super tight. Going a little deeper here. Oh, that's why. I didn't notice the other end has also got a cap on it. That makes sense. I've never had a cigar like that before. There we go. Very nice draw now. Nothing unusual on the cold draw. That normal kind of hay barnyard kind of taste. I'm gonna get fired up here, and that is interesting. I have never seen a cap on both ends. I've seen closed foot before, but that is the first time I've ever seen a actual like cap on the foot. Get it going here. Nice. That's interesting. Most of the time I get quite a bit of spice at the beginning. There's a little bit on there, and it's a little bit different kind of spice. It's almost like the I don't know, they call it like a red pepper spice. You definitely feel it on the retro, but it's a decent draw. Smoke's not bad. Yeah, right now it's kind of like a hickory flavor to me. with quite a bit of spice. That spice is ramping up, especially on the retro. Yeah, that's interesting. Kind of a long finish. It also has that tingling sensation from the red pepper. The size on this one, I don't know if I said that. 6 by 48. So it's a little bit smaller than what I typically smoke. I did pick it up at my local lounge, so the price was significantly higher than what you're going to find online. But I wanted to try it. It literally gives me a taste of barbecue. It's interesting. So the spice to me is overpowering some of the other flavors. It does taste like there's some complexity in it. But it's very savory. I think that's the best way I would describe it. In a sense, kind of like the bolivars I smoked, the cofradillas, have kind of that savory flavor to it. Well, I'm going to continue on this first third here and let you know what I think so far. Thanks. All right, I'm back. So when I first talked about the draw, I said it was decent, and I was hesitant when I said that because something was a little bit off. And then after I turned the video off, I was realizing it was actually pretty tight. I had to puff or draw 3 times to get some decent smoke out of it. But as it started going through that first third, then it started to get better, and now it's just fine. It felt a little tight right around the label. It still kind of does, so I thought maybe that one square was slightly plugged, but it must have been somewhere towards the end there because it's doing just fine now. So as I was starting into that first third there, I was still getting that red pepper. And what else here? And then a lot of cedar. To that point where it gets up and it gets a little bit of that sting sensation in the retro. But that didn't last very long. What else we got? I did put charred oak. I don't know if that's the best description, but it wasn't like a bad charred oak, because usually when I use that term, I'm thinking of something that has kind of a bitterness to it, but it wasn't like that. It was actually a little pleasant. And as I continued through that first third, it's like it's starting to hit its sweet spot. It's really good flavors. It's definitely cedar to me. What else we got here? The cedar spice, and then occasionally, I think it's like hints of cinnamon is the best way I can describe it. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's a good smoke. I did take a little bit of video of the ash before I ashed it because I was afraid it was going to start to fall off. And it was just kind of burning, not burning wonky, but it was starting to go off. Sorry about that, got interrupted there. I totally forgot what I was saying, but I'm getting into that second third already. And actually, yeah, pretty far in that second third. Yeah, very good draw. Very good flavors. I like this. I like cigars with cedar in it, a cedar profile, and I haven't had very many lately. It's been quite a while since I had a cigar with that cedar taste. The other thing I did this week is I'd gone from smoking. Well, I didn't smoke anything for almost a year, and then when I started smoking again, I think it was between 3 and 5 cigars a week, usually on the weekends. And then as the holidays started coming around, I started buying more cigars, as you saw from the unboxing videos, and I started smoking a lot more cigars. 3, 4 a day, sometimes even 5 a day. I think a couple times I did, which, as you cigar smokers know, it's a pleasure if you're able to smoke a lot of sticks, but it does get expensive. But what I did this week is Monday was a holiday, so I had some cigars that day. But then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday morning, I didn't smoke any cigars at all. And that was the first time I'd had that long a break in a while, in a couple months. So I forgot that when you're not smoking cigars for a bit, that when you go back to smoking a cigar, it's not going to be quite the same because you've kind of like cleansed your palate, is the right way to say it. But I felt like I cleansed my palate, kind of like when I hadn't smoked for a long time. And then also when I was smoking just on the weekends, I think I don't want to say you pick up more flavors. You might pick up more flavors, but they're different. Like I was smoking the Bolivar Cofradilla like every morning with a cup of coffee, and so when I started smoking on Friday, yesterday, the first one I had was the Bolivar Cofradilla, just the natural. I think it's 6x54, which is kind of like a daily, if I was smoking daily, but I really like that. And it was different. I got into that first third and I thought, wow, this is completely different than I remember. It was still very good, but it wasn't the same. And then as I started to get into it, then I started to recognize some of the same tastes and flavors. And it's still a very enjoyable cigar. I don't know if other people like those, but I'm really enjoying those Bolivars. Cuban Bolivars is my all-time favorite. I really like those. But anyway, so it was a neat little experiment. And my plan is to do kind of the same thing, where I'm just not going to have cigars Monday through Thursday, and let my palate kind of recover, and also just take a break from it a little bit. I would love to smoke cigars every day, 3-4 times a day, because I enjoy them. But yeah, you go through a lot of cigars, it goes through a lot of money, and I don't quite have the budget for that. And as much as I'm happy to be able to smoke in the house right now, in my office, we got it set up with got the cross breeze at the windows, and I got an air purifier going. So that's been a pleasure. And I got heaters, got heat and everything, so that's been nice. But I can see in the corner of the office already that almost looks like it's getting a little bit discolored, so that's not good. Anyway, so I'll be backing it down a bit, and that'll give like I said before, my palate time to kind of recalibrate. So anyway, I'm going to keep going on the second third, or what's left of it, and then I'll check back in. Thanks. All right, I'm back. Got a nice even burn line going. I did lose the ash. Dropped on the floor. I got about an inch down, and then started again. So I touched it up just slightly. It wasn't real uneven, but one edge of it wasn't lit, so I touched it up. But it's been a real nice even burn. Yeah, I'm enjoying this. This is good. So for the flavor notes I have for that second third, definitely cedar. Spice started to drop off a bit. Definitely good flavors in there. Still savory. And then the cedar started to drop off a bit, and I started to get some coffee notes and oak. And then there's some nuttiness introduced there. And then, yeah, the cedar seems to kind of come in and out, but very pleasant. I enjoy that savory flavor to it. It's got a nice finish. Yeah, I'm gonna knock that ash off before I lose it. I'm getting into that final third. I'd say medium to full, closer to the full. Band comes off nice and easy. There we go. So this has been very good so far. I'm anxious to pick up another one in a bigger format. I'd like to try something like an Toro or more. See what other flavors might be introduced. Yeah, good draw, good smoke output. Get some of that roasted coffee again. Yeah, I'm going to continue on this last third here, and I'll check back in. Thanks. Right, I'm back. Get the last few puffs here. So that final third stayed basically the same. The cedar ramped up a little bit. Spice ramped up a little bit. I was also getting some coffee flavors, the roasted coffee, and little hints of chocolate, like a dark chocolate. So it's very nice. I enjoyed it. Very flavorful. Yeah, that was a good cigar. I enjoyed that. So I highly recommend it. Like I said, I'd like to try it in a bigger Vitola. See what other flavors are coming in. Yeah, good smoke. I think that's basically it. Just finish the last couple puffs here and call it done. Thanks for watching.